What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss Ross. Listen, you guys do not miss. I'm serious. I was, reminded. A few of you DM'd me and said, Miss Ross, you never explained why you say you're not going to date anymore. And I put that in my last video. I know that it was in the caption, but I did not realize that I didn't address it. I mean, I addressed another elephant in the room, but you guys are right. I didn't tell you why I choose to be single. And listen, don't get me wrong. I appreciate you guys hanging on my every word. That really assures me and lets me know that you are listening to me and that you're paying attention to me. And I am so grateful that you reminded me of that. So let me explain this to you guys. All right. So I choose to be single. Number one is because I don't jump into new relationships when I'm just getting out of a relationship. And I have noticed that the majority of men that I've dated, they're in relationships 2-3 weeks later. They don't even wait. And for me, I value myself a little more than that. Some of the men that I've dated, they haven't even given themselves time to even wash my scent off of them before they are already in another woman's vagina. I personally think that is disgusting, and it is also one of the reasons why I'm not so eager to get into relationships, because most guys who claim to care about you, love you, they prove that all of that stuff was bullshit the minute that you break up and they are already dealing with somebody else. I don't even care if it's a situation where you felt like you were lonely and you were horny. I get lonely, I get horny, but I also have practiced over the course of my life self-control. I personally refuse to allow another man to come into me, once I have just gotten out of a fresh relationship. I give myself, anywhere from 6 months to a year. And that has been something I have practiced for a very long time. And the reason why I do that, let me explain to you guys why I do that. And I want you guys to start practicing this. Have you ever seen people break up? They say they're not going to deal within each other no more, right? But then a month, 2 months later, they double back and they're trying to work things out. So I literally give myself about 6 months before I decide to get involved with somebody else, because sometimes I never know if I'm going to give somebody a second chance. And I do that, number one, for that reason, but number two, because I like to purge myself. I call it purging, and that is releasing that person's aura, scent, and soul tie from me. I like to make sure that a door is completely closed before I get back involved with somebody else. And this is how a lot of you end up in the situations that you're in. You break up with someone, you swear to God that it's over, you've convinced yourself that it's over, you believe that it's over, and then a month, 2 months later, here you are back entertaining a situation that you both thought were over. And then now you're going to have to explain to this new woman or this new man that you've gotten yourself involved with, either, hey, I'm getting back with my ex, or you're just going to, ghost that person, or you're just completely going to lie to that person. I am too grown for that. I'm not going to put myself in that type of situation. So again, I'm choosing to be single because I've just got out of a relationship, and I don't move like that. I really don't. I like to make sure my pH balance is balanced and fresh. And so in order for that to happen, as a woman, you cannot go from one male to the next male, sleeping with them, being with them, and, thinking that your pH balance isn't going to shift or be thrown off. That's why I'm choosing to stay single. I want to give myself that time frame. And this is what I always do, because I do hold a level of respect for myself. Yeah, of course, I'm single. I'm 47 years old. I can sleep with a guy right now if I want to. I can have a guy in my bed every night if I chose to. But that's just something I just do not choose to do. I really think it's reckless when I see adults doing that. And I don't think it shows any type of true loyalty or love that you claim that you had for your mate. And this is why I usually don't allow exes to come back, because they always seem to get involved in these new relationships. A few months later, they find out exactly who that woman is. They realize, nah, she ain't Miss Ross. She doesn't possess those qualities Miss Ross has. You know what I mean? And then they try to double back. But by then, I don't want you, because you gave yourself to another woman too soon. You showed me right there that I wasn't even worth you waiting for. You know what I mean? And so that's why I don't do the double backs, especially with an ex that I know should not be dealing with anyone. Like, if I'm purging myself, I expect my ex to be purging himself, especially if he has the slightest thought of trying to get me back. Because trust me, I'm going to know if you were with somebody else. You guys give it away anyway. Most of you guys, we know when you're involved with another woman, because number one, you don't respond back to texts. You disappear. We don't hear from you. And that is not usual behavior of a man who is in love with you. You know what I mean? So you guys don't even exhibit the words that are coming out of your mouth. You want us to believe that you're in love and you really truly want to be with us, but you're not showing us that, because look how quickly you moved on. Look how quickly you're already involved with somebody else. That is not loyalty. A woman at my age, I don't even want to deal with a man like that. I want to deal with a man that knows that I'm worth him waiting for. Even if I say, you know what? There's a lot of things that I think you need to fix with yourself. I'm giving you that time to fix yourself. I'm giving you a time frame to be the man that I need you to be before I even move on. Because remember, I give myself 6 months to a year anyways before I get back involved with somebody else. So you should be utilizing that time to becoming the man that I told you needed to be. But you guys don't do that. You move on. So no, I don't want you back. No, I don't want you back, because like I said, you just literally showed me that I wasn't worth it. I wasn't worth you putting in the effort to try and change your bad habits. Because if you know me, everybody could tell you the same thing about Miss Ross. If I'm trying to change a man, it's because he has bad habits that I'm trying to help him break. I would never try to change a man from being who he is. Like, I have never been the type of person to stop him from hanging with his friends, to make him stay home and just shut him off completely from the outside world, stop him from being around his family. See, I don't do that. I encourage my mate, find some friends, go out every other weekend, go to a bar, go to a pool hall, have a good time, live your life. The only thing I'm trying to change about my mate are the bad habits that I have observed that he has, that is not going to be good for me and is definitely not good for him. So that is the only thing I have always tried to do. And you can ask any one of my exes, what do I ride them on? I ride them on the things that they should not be doing. But anyways, that's it. All right. So now you guys know why I choose to be single, because I am in the purging phase. That's why I give myself that time frame. And believe it or not, guys, I used to go 2 years. The longest I've gone with being celibate was 4 years after my divorce, and I didn't even realize it. I really didn't. I was so occupied with building my brand, my radio station, completely slipped in my mind. But yeah, so now I try to just give myself at least 6 months to a year. The meaning, the max is a year, the minimum is 6 months. All right. And that's your answer. So I hope I clarified some things for you all, and I hope that I answered your question. And I'm sure you guys will let me know if I didn't. Listen, you guys keep it locked right here. Y'all already know where I'm going to be Monday through Friday right here. WMRR Radio, Miami's and Atlanta's new number one for music, news, and talk.